continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go in this playoff semifinal game. Bringing it out, it's Fowler. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Guys up front, line up. It's first down. Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from the defense. Is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now second and long. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Running out of time in the pocket. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
The offense has a big play here. They really put themselves in a hole on first and second down. That's why they've needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on third down, but it's still fourth down. Can they pick up the first?
With the return, it's Haynes. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's the spin move. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. An explosive play. Big gain. Spotted down near the 37. Syracuse lines up quickly. Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 4, so it's second and 6. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Receiver in motion now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They look to throw it here on second down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They'll hand it off. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it second and medium. Here's the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. Quick completion to the tight end. He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
He's escaping the pocket now. He's going to take off. Breaking free at the 35. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the Gators pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. He's swarmed by the defense.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
The back's got it. The junior able to bring him down quickly. The Gators come to the line to run the hurry-out. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. First down and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did.
They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Give it to the back again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Rifles this football to the left. He fires this throw and is intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously, reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
The Florida offense retakes the field. Let's see what their mindset is this time. They got into field goal range, but got stopped on 4th down last time. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. The Gators looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Press coverage now from the secondary. Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, that was an excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is...
He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Here's the point after attempt. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. We'll hand it off. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. No huddle here for the offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressure. I think that's their 2nd sack of this game, and this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
And the returner heads out of bounds. Gators offense retakes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's moving out of the pocket. Fights off a defender. He has 1st down yardage at the 46.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st, keep this drive moving.
And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the 1st half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
No score deep. Let's go defense.
And the Gators pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air, and it's anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see, would anybody come up with it once it was in the air?
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Back to throw. It's Lagway. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump. And that defender was able to get a big pull on the ball and bat it away.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. And he scores. Touchdown, Gators. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. They get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
3rd down, out of the shotgun. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
2nd down after that completion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Launching it. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass off.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting into the way of that and knocking it away.
Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Escapes the pocket. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good, positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And he knocks that one right through. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. On first down, it's play action. Took contact on the throw. The ball is picked off. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
That run sets up a critical third down play. Here's the option play. Pitch to the back. He shreds the tackle. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They're going to run it here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. He'll hand it off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Ball handed off. Powers through. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And the Gators will line up here on first down and goal. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. He'll try to run it in on first and goal. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Point after, knocked right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Syracuse lines up quickly. And looking to throw now on first down. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's James. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. Ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. Here we go on fourth down. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I understand what you're doing here. As a play caller, you want to take that chance. You want to keep the ball. You want to keep the drive alive. But this is the risk you take, and the defense comes up with a huge stop.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. To the air, it's Lagway. He escapes the sack. The pass rush closing in. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. The Gators will bring their punt team onto the field. We're going to kick it away for the second time. The punt team making their way on the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything, and they put together something here. Pressure is coming.
Well, just like running backs,
hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Second down now after the sack. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Powerful running into the secondary. Tackle made after a big gain.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Gators looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Here comes a handoff. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. And the Gators come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. And the beatdown continues.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Defense is coming after him. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So it's 2nd and long at the 20. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense brings him down.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a 1st down.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Gets rid of it on the move. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. He's running out of time here. And the sophomore's got him for a sack. The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37. Syracuse lines up quickly. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He's got his man in the open field. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the offense will go for a 2-point conversion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
A great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the 2-point try.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. Oh, the onside kick is recovered, and the gamble pays off. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? It's press coverage now from these DBs. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
He'll hand it off. Finding space at the 20. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. The Gators line it up with first and goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
2nd down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Now a crucial 3rd down and goal. On the run, it's Webb. Touchdown, Florida. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
I'm a little bit surprised here, Chris. I thought they might put the ball in the air here on 3rd and goal, but instead they run the football, keep it on the ground, and they get the touchdown.
Well, they'll try to add to the lead now in PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the fair catch, signal for and take it. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. Tries to get it to the running back. Over the middle and incomplete.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Got him. He's sacked.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just...
He's going for a big play downfield. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Orangeman.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
Looks like we're lining up to attempt an onside kick. The onside kick works as they steal a possession here. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Defensive backs up at the line, showing the press. Single back, takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Takes the handoff again. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. They're going to run the option. Got the first down, now looking for more. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Gators. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big gain, but they could have used that when this football game was still in doubt. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. Oh, and he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be 2nd down now.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And that turnover will finish the football game. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.